did much earlier in the game during Terra's scenario was I front-rowed Bannon to kind of take advantage of the fact that, oh geez, here we go again. Well, I'm showing that I'm back up now, but the awful Flash player that Twitch uses by default makes it so that pretty much, it never works, or I should say it almost never reconnects by itself without pausing playing or reloading the whole page. This is I'm pleasantly surprised I managed to dodge this yesterday when I was streaming for like 11 hours or so. Because this seems to happen daily now. It's always the same thing too. I mean, just out of nowhere, I just have suddenly have this huge flood of picnic messages hit my IRC client, and then if I look at XSplit, I show that I dropped exactly 952 frames. Oh well, though, if I'm gonna disconnect during a run of this game, I cannot think of a better place for it to happen than during the Masa cutscenes, though. Yeah. Sometimes, if I'm watching streams that have really heavy buffering, I usually switch to live streamer to try to get a better connection than the Flash player. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a Twitch server thing, and switching servers between Chicago and Washington, D.C. hasn't really helped it at all, just because, I mean, if it was my internet flaking out or something, it would be more obvious, because like the other IRC servers I have connected would show like a disconnect or something, or I'd like go offline in Skype, and that never happens when I have these Twitch disconnects. So I think it's just an ingest server problem, just because, yeah, I hear a lot of other people that stream say that they're having that too. I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's just really annoying to have split VODs like that. I mean, more than being able to make like VOD playlists and upload stuff like YouTube, I would really like to see a feature where you can splice VODs together. People that don't have partner and get their VODs split because of quality options, I'm sure would appreciate that even more. Yeah, hopefully they do. I mean, if they're trying to compete with YouTube, having better features for not live video would go a long way, I think. Oh yeah, I guess get your bits. Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't even watching. Yeah. Okay. Retroactively get your bets in on Ifrit's cousin. It's a game I play sometimes with guessing how many fire spells actually hit Kefka. Always surprises me that they actually kept the cross on Leo's tombstone like that too, because of 90s Nintendo of America. Not even really censorship so much as just fear of censorship when games were localized. Because like in the Japanese version, the cafes are actually called pubs, but they relabeled them as cafes in the English version. Alright, we're about to actually get a few seconds of gameplay before getting the last cutscene before Floating Continent. Oh yeah, the cider in the in the South Figaro thing. I think it's actually sake in the Japanese version. Oh yeah, the bowling ball of doom in FF4. Alright, gameplay done. Back to cutscenes. Terra's hitherto unknown ability to commune with the world, with Mother Earth, or whatever this planet is called. Yeah, we're coming into my one of my favorite parts of the run, though, just because the floating continent is where the route really diverges from the normal run with glitches. Yeah, the little trick here is by trying to bring 4 characters, that actually lets me get into the menu before the first battle. Normally you'd have to go below decks, which is a lot slower. I shouldn't have sold all my leather armor. I didn't, and I still didn't get the white cape, even with 2 steel attempts. So this one should... to buy one later. I guess because I'm a little short on equipment, I'm gonna drop a safety save here. So the goal here is to have Celis survive it. I mean, pretty much all of these fights, but I can afford for her to die once and still get enough AP for learning bio by the time I need it. Or do you want to know where to put this tower's naming Demon Chocobo on? Oh, yeah, not having that leather armor is hurting a little bit. I could have sworn Edgar could equip mithril vests, but apparently not. Hey, Michaelia. Yeah, soundtrack for this game is amazing, along with every other game I had in this special this weekend. Again with the Edgar. In the route I'm using, his level and stuff doesn't matter quite as much, although I think the next time I update my route I'm going to try to get him to learn Doom by the end of the World of Balance, and if that's the case, then him getting killed here is actually going to be a problem if it happens too much. I can see that, Michaelia. Yeah, that would be the main point of it. Wade Daniel is to doom one of the tentacles, so then not having Savin wouldn't matter as much. Okay. So this should level up Edgar. Or not. Alright. Funga! Probably not going to be able to get Chupon quick kill because of Edgar's level being a little low. Oh, I did get it, okay. If I get lucky with my damage rolls for Bio and Ice there, I can kill Chupon in one round. Yeah, yeah, because in any percent run, there's just so little stuff that you, up in the world of Ruin, that you actually have to do in order to access the end game. See a shadow, don't need you. So I do need to do a little bit of grinding on the floating continent, both for experience and also for AP, so that I have enough morph power. Well, learning spell. Actually, no, it's more just for morph power for Ultima Weapon. I'm also going to fight this chest monster here, because it's worth a lot of experience, and I can kill it extremely quickly if I vanish. And I want all of the experience to go to Celis, just because her level is my seed for my leveling route for the World of Ruin. Because when characters rejoin, it's based on your average party level. So I want Celis to get to level 19 by the end. Okay, yeah, I can make her back up, especially just because he missed some earlier fights. I can't remember if Celis is capable of thunder rotting these once I've fought Gigantos, so I'm just going to have Tira do it for safety. Those Apocryphoses are the highest XP fight on the floating continent. But I did in my practice run like 2 weeks ago, I did find out the hard way that if my level is too high, by the time I get to Ultima Weapon, that can lead to death because of hitting certain AI transition points in his AI too early. This is kind of, I don't know, I kind of look at this as kind of ingenious game design, that they do a fairly decent job if you're playing this blind and convincing you that this is either the final dungeon or pretty close to it. Especially if you played FF5 too, just because they're like the ninjas on the floating continent are the exact same sprite as the ninjas from FF5, which is a final dungeon enemy. I mean, the English version did have a map of the World of Ruin included with it, which spoiled a little bit, but That wasn't in the Japanese version. Probably fight one more battle just to make sure I have enough morph power, since I did mess up on Ultras with running out of morph power. I can't. Behemoths are way too slow to kill those, so I'm just running from those. Apparently between FF4 and or actually between FF5 and 6, behemoths learn to walk upright. Ironically, I could actually really go for some ninjas about now, just because they're worth 5 AP. Yeah, I'll just farm one fight here. Should have taken that 4-pack I had a bit ago. Okay, this is more like it. Music hype. Oh wait, that was Celos. Oops. All planned. Okay. So I derped on my inputs a little bit and did runic instead of bio, so I wasted a little round, but victorious. So that's a pretty different, well, not a pretty different, but a somewhat different strat than my old route. And that my old route actually just did 3 morphed thunder rods to kill him. But I found that I can, if I cast bio while Terra's ATB bar is refilling, I can get away with only having morph active for 2 of them, and that frees me up to use morph for Ultras 3 to get the quick kill without having to use more than 3 rods. And a nice little added bonus too, actually, is that if because Atma has a 1 out of 3 chance to counter with Flare during the final part of his AI, and my setup gives me a chance for him to kill himself with his Flare counter, and if that happens, it cancels his boss death animation. So ideally, I'd like to finish the World of Balance in under 4 hours, which is clearly not happening here, just because this isn't exactly a super well executed run, but still a decent pace. Yeah, my chat is the best. Even if I have a lot of viewers, it's still always very civil and friendly. Yeah, no one makes me bleed my own blood. This is the best part of the cutscenes, by the way, because any cutscene that's on the battle screen, you can auto-advance the text just by holding A. You don't have to mash. If only more RPGs were like Paper Mario, where the whole game you can advance text just by holding a button instead of mashing. Rip the Bunny Emperor. So I know my PB jumped off the floating continent at a little over 4 hours, although the route differences are a thing too. Because I have done more stuff. Like my PB didn't get the, or well, actually that didn't. The treasure from the Imperial base wouldn't matter, but my PB didn't fight Gigantos, which costs some time here. But I do get, but ideally I gain all of that back plus more in the World of Ruin by having to do less grinding. Go for it. Technical knockout. Tara definitely has Volt 2s. The these naughties are all inescapable, and there's two forced encounters with them on specific tiles on the floating continent. That's the first one. This is not. This is a random one. But they're worth 5 AP each, which I'm using to work on learning Doom for Edgar and Fire 2 for Celis. And that's the second forced naughty there. Slow there. So if I get lucky and am a little faster with my inputs, I actually should have staged Celis's cursor to item in case this happened. But if I use a rod, I can quick kill this guy before he does this. But since it didn't work out, I'm gonna save a rod and just volt to him. But he has auto reflect, which is why I have to bounce the spell like this. Alright, 408 World of Balance. Alright, so not taking route differences into account, I would maybe guess this is like 5 or 6 minutes behind my PB at this point. Yeah, Rip Shadows happening. Yeah, there's quite a few differences with SNES and GBA. GBA fixes a couple glitches from SNES, but I think it has a few of its own too. Like there's some kind of glitch that lets you mess with Terra's stats at some point. GBA also has a dash button independent of running shoes or sprint shoes. But insert Lavo's Scream here, by the way, too. But one big thing for me, though, is that the music in the GBA version is inferior by far. Well, the gist of the route from this point to the end of the run is get airship, get Mog, Sabin, and Go-Go in some order. Power level Celis, and to a lesser extent Sabin, and get a few things, and then go to the tower and beat the game. Yeah, so got about an hour and a half to go. Yeah, the tower is probably my favorite part of the run, just because the whole route for the World of Ruin and also just some setups in the World of Balance is all just based around fighting the bosses in Kefka's tower and then the final battle. So it's where you kind of everything you've been working on for a couple hours comes to fruition. Stale Oreos don't sound too good to me. Why sit in a weird yellow thingy? Why not? Alright, so goal here is to catch fish that can heal Sid. Sid is a hidden HP value. It starts at 128, and if it reaches 0, he dies. If it reaches 256, he's cured. I'm actually getting pretty good fish patterns here. Well, I was getting pretty good fish patterns. Need to catch the fast one. Sid's HP gradually decreases over time too, so if you spend too much time catching fish, it kind of nullifies some of the benefit. There is manipulation for this, but it's extremely difficult. It's not something you can just do on the fly too. It's something that has to be set up from the beginning of the run. No fish at all. Rotten fish reduce Sid's HP, actually. If you go to the Final Fantasy wiki, that has the full breakdown for what all of the different kinds of fish do to Sid. I know that the best fish is plus 32 HP. Oh really? Cookie, I actually had no idea. Okay, so if I get a cycle where I don't want any fish, talking to Sid will change it, but if I talk to him while he's getting into bed, it still counts, but it doesn't actually trigger any text. Oh, I'm getting some bad cycles now. This should take like maybe about 2 to 2.5 minutes typically. If you do the manipulation, it's 1.5, I think. Because a perfect Sid would be 4 trips to the beach. But if you manipulate, you actually have to leave and reset as part of setting it up, so it ends up being kind of the equivalent of a 6-trip fishing. Wow, I'm getting nothing now. Part of what makes it so difficult is that the movement of the bird and I think the fish too advances the RNG that affects the fish spawns. So you have to. It's pretty tight as far as how much time you can be on the beach in any trip. Okay, just one more good cycle and I should have it. Okay, this should do it here. Yep, and the reason why I want to cure Sid too is because I get to skip the Leap of Faith cutscene that way, which saves a couple minutes. Yeah, Final Fantasy characters in general are pretty adept at falling from heights without injury. No. It changes nothing about the rest of the game, whether you save or kill Sid. Well, not kill, but not save Sid. I guess you could kill Sid if you intentionally feed him the bad fish. Shoutouts to PM Stalkers, by the way, which is a somewhat clever but mostly silly way to localize Night Stalkers. I'm not really certain that doing this early actually saves time. It's something I do need to look into more when I do some more rerouting for this category. Because another idea I'm pretty strongly considering is, instead of doing this, to try to finish learning Doom on Edgar before the end of the Floating Continent. So then I can get a decently fast Tentacles kill if I Doom the lower right one. Well, why is she invisible? So that none of the monsters in the house can kill her. Another benefit of having Sabin now is that I can get out of the encounters in between here and getting the airship a bit faster, just because of having a pretty fast character and more accessory slots for equipping stuff like the Gale Hairpin, which doubles the preemptive rate. Hey, Kitsune Fox. But having Sabin doesn't really save any time on Dullahan, as far as I can tell. And I also have to it slows down. It can slow down my grinding segment a hair when I have to kill off everybody except Celis. Having lived in Iowa for quite a while, I can confirm that what Ethologic said is true on both counts, because I was born in Canada too. Oh, thanks for watching, Michaelia. DC troll. Yeah, Enhancer is a really nice sword, both for boosting your own. Wait, did I miss one? Boosting your own magic power. There we go. Missed the guy at the counter. And also giving you magic block, which is bugged and actually blocks physical attacks too. Abusing the magic evade bug is fine in this category just because, I mean, what are you gonna do otherwise? You want to be able to actually block magic with it, so, I mean, it's not like you can turn off the glitch or anything. The only way to do kind of, I don't know, I always like to say the only way to kind of do an intentionally true glitchless run of this game would be to play the GBA version, which does fix the magic evade bug. Iowa's pretty similar to parts of Canada like Manitoba, Saskatchewan. I'd say are probably the most similar provinces in Canada. Agricultural stuff is the main thing. But also pretty limited crime and very low cost of living. I was saying, am I gonna get through that whole room with no encounters? That would be pretty stellar. Part of Canada I've been to the most is Edmonton because of Crystals for Life being there twice, but I've also been to Toronto, the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, and Winnipeg, which I was born in actually, although I have not returned since. Oops, wait, I don't need to talk to that guy. Another perk to the early Doom Edgar route would be being able to sell that gravity rod instead of breaking it on the tentacles. Yeah, we did go to the West Edmonton Mall after the marathon last year. Yeah. Tremble before my blind German mastery. So I was supposed to have Celis use the first Ice Rod instead of Sabin, but it's only costing me a round basically. So having Sabin lets me just absolutely wreck this fight. Basically, I can kill the tentacles in 2 rounds if I execute it properly. I actually don't know Soundhound. Whatever legal status I still have in Canada is insufficient for me to go there without a US passport. Well, I use every character in the game other than Umaro, but I only get 6 in the World of Ruin. So could I really just go to the Canadian border and show my birth certificate and they'd let me in? I mean, I'd assume I'd need some more paperwork than that. I don't know. I mean, if I actually visited Canada more often than once every few years, I'd probably look into that more seriously, but I think it's not really worth the time and hassle and paperwork and stuff. Alright, time to get one of the best named I need to sell some stuff to afford it. The Debilitator, or is it its vastly superior name in the Japanese version, the Weak Maker. Yeah. Go ahead and let the Mario Maker puns fly. Got some more cutscenes here. Oh, ooh, I like Christoph 57s. I mean, the thing that just kind of makes me not really want to bother, I mean, is that I have a U.S. passport, which I can use to visit Canada. So what would having like some kind of proof of Canadian citizenship get me? I mean, I've heard that Canadian citizens have an easier time visiting other countries in the British Commonwealth than U.S. citizens do, because of Canada being part of British Commonwealth. But, yeah, I guess if I wanted to like get a job in Canada or like live there longer than my U.S. passport would permit, I could see that being a thing. That's an interesting question, the bow. I do get tax statements from Twitch because I am a partner. It's kind of interesting how it works out, because I think in money that you make from being a Twitch partner is classified as like providing entertainment or something in the US tax code. But yeah, doing your taxes if your primary job is streaming must be kind of an interesting process, just because it's a pretty unconventional job. Oops, almost forgot the egg. Yeah, I still have my save file from my SGDQ run last year on my cart, which the Demon Chocobo was the final victor of. Well, you're corrected, that's not my area, so I'd really rather not talk about that in my stream. Do I? Yeah, I fire two. So it causes you to doom. Dullahan is pretty massively weak to fire. It should have been kind of obvious there. Oh no, I can leave him dead. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever really explained during this run too exactly why rods are so OP. It's because even though rods are only casting the level 2 elemental spell, they ignore the enemy's magic defense and also do the highest possible damage roll for that spell. So just casting regular Fire 2 with Celis would do probably, at this level, maybe like 4,000 or so on Dullahan, whereas breaking the rod is over 7 because of ignoring his defense and having no damage variation. Hey Straveris, evening sir. Yes, approaching the finale of my weekend special. Yeah, there's nothing in the game that really explains what rods and Elsa's shields, it's if you break the elemental shields, if you break those, do. So yeah, I mean, this part of the run is pretty much about, yeah, it's abusing rods in order to kill bosses pretty fast until I get to a place where I can actually grind really efficiently. Because none of the monsters in the first part of the World of Ruin are really worth much for experience, and or are really very easy to kill quickly. That's about to change now, though. How about this music too, by the way? Ooh, 700 viewers, nice. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in. Nice, this is exactly what I want to get for my first grinding battle. The mantises are worth the most experience of the two monsters I can get here, but they don't give a whole lot of money, so I'd like to get mantises for the first couple battles and then frogs after that. So this is where that leveling I did in the floating continent with Gigantos kind of pays back some of a big chunk of the time I put into it, just because it speeds up the start of the Celis grind pretty significantly when I'm starting at level 19 instead of 15 in my PB route. So whether or not I stick with early Sabin or not, I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with finishing World of Balance at level 19. So at this point I'm going to grind until Celis hits level 42, which is the level she naturally learns Ice 3 at, but because of the experience egg that I got in Daryl's Tomb, this actually only takes about like 6 or 7 minutes typically, just because of how fast you gain levels when you get all the experience from the fight, plus having it doubled from the EXP egg. And Celis has Zone Seek equipped too, so she gains +2 magic power per level. Well, the tumbleweeds are worth more experience, but unless you're doing seed manipulation to force to manipulate getting all tumbleweeds, the experience per minute is going to be slower in that area, just because the other fights there that aren't tumbleweeds are a lot slower to kill than these two types. Tumbleweeds aren't really worth that much more experience than Mantises too. I mean, it's like a little over 9,000 for a pair of Mantises, and it's a little over it's maybe 1,000 more for 4 Tumbleweeds. In my 100% route, where I do a little bit of grinding with Shadow, I do use the Tumbleweeds area, just because it just works out better that way for having Shadow get all the experience from the fight. That's why I don't mind having grinding in the run, just because there's a lot of kind of routing and strategy behind grinding as efficiently as possible, and we're only looking at like in the whole run under 10 minutes too, so it's not like the Death's version of Dragon Warrior 1 where it's like a 6-hour run and 5.5 hours of it is grinding. This has actually been a pretty good pattern, actually, just because once I've killed a couple pairs of Mantises, I want to get frogs for most of the rest of the grind, just because they're worth a lot more money, and I need quite a bit of money to afford the rest of the items I need to finish the run. So I'm at 38, maybe like 3 or 4 more fights now. Switch to Ice 2 at this point. Alright, Berserk is level 40, and then the next spell is Ice 3. After this fight. Nice, Ponani Gaming. Yeah, I think given that the final boss only has 62k HP, I think we're okay. Alright, Ice 3 learned. Hey, N64. Cactuars have ridiculously high defense and evasion, but if you use an attack like Suplex or Edgar's Drill that is guaranteed to hit and ignores defense, then they're easy. But each one of them is a wasted fight basically because they don't give any experience, only money. I got quite a few of these in my PB too, even though it's only a 1 out of 3 encounter rate. I need two Hoovers in order to finish the grind. But I'm in the long Cactuat string. So I'm gonna have lots and lots of money, but each one of these fights is just a waste of time basically. Four in a row. I can remember what my I think I've hit like 5 or 6 in a row too. Should have saved another ice rod. This works optimally if I have 2 left, but this means I need 2 aura bolts instead. I'm berserking these just because that prevents them from countering, and they have a really nasty wind attack that would potentially kill Celis if they did it with as many hit points as she has now. Try one of my other controllers next time I run this game. Alright, and that's it for the leveling. So Celis grind was good, Sabin grind was not good because I got a ton of Cacturats. the notes while. Go say hi to the fishies. And get the Palador Magisate. Yeah, the main reason I'm getting Palador is actually to summon him in part of the final battle, but since I have Palador too, I'm gonna use him to get haste and slow pretty quickly too, because you can get haste and slow with only 5 AP with Palador. Had to figure out a place to use it now that I don't fight Magi Master in the route anymore. My very first route for this category went to the Fanatic's Tower and fought Magi Master to get the Gem Box, which lets you cast 2 spells at once. And then I used that with Celis so that she could pretty much solo all of the final bosses that with 2 Ice 3s around, but I did some testing and found that just grinding Sabin a little bit so that his bum rushes do fairly significant damage is faster than actually going to the Fanatic's Tower. Yeah, fake mustache man strats are gonna be used too. Chest. Yeah, throw would not be useful at all at low level. And I don't shorten Mog's name just because it's never actually used after this cutscene, so it's not worth the time shortening it. Go here to get Bum Rush, which is Sabin's ultimate blitz. You can learn it through leveling him up, but you just get it for free if you go visit Duncan with Sabin in your party. like how they explode at the end of it. I do not like rap. I'm more into jazz and classical. And game soundtracks, of course. Last character I'm getting here, Go-Go. In a casual play, Go-Go isn't really all that hot, just because you can't you can't equip Espers, and therefore can't increase his stats. So he'll eventually get outclassed by other characters at high levels. But in a speedrun, he's really useful. So I want to get knocked off once in order to get this red jacket down here, which is really nice armor for Sabin and Edgar. Mostly because it gives fire immunity, which is really handy for Poltergeist and Tier 3. Alright, wow, the green guys were really nice to me. You'll see what the fake mustache is for, or maybe you will. It does depend on what encounters I get in Kefka's tower. Need to push the switch until after getting Go-Go, though. Or even at all, really. I'd have to look at like one of the LCC's videos to see what the optimal way to get through this room is. So much money because of all those cactroids. Well, go grab another pearl rod quick, since I've got the money. Might not even actually need it. Yeah, I sold the Genji glove just to get it out of my inventory because I don't need it anymore. All right, into the tower we go. Or not. Jeez. I failed my MLG landing. Well, this is a pretty nice start to the tower. Junk. This is the most dangerous part of the whole tower, by the way, too, is this stretch here with Edgar and Gogo, just because they're the most fragile of my team. This snowball attack is so goofy. Oh, run's been decent. I mean, it's not anything too special, but I think it's gone pretty well for me not having really run this game that much this year. Ah, no fake mustache man. So anyway, the reason I got the fake mustache was that if I get into a inescapable battle with a great behemoth, a great Malboro, and a Vector in the first part of the tower, I can actually... The behemoths are immune to basically all useful status conditions except for sleep, but I can kind of get around it by using control with the fake mustache on the Malboro and having it then use sneeze on the behemoth to remove it from the fight, and then run away after that. Yeah, well, yeah, you'd have to both buy the Golem Esper and then also fight enough battles to learn Stop, too. All you have to do the sneeze strats is just get the fake mustache and the Zone Eater, which can add a bit of time if you get trolled pretty hard by the green guy in front of it, but Other than that, it's a pretty low investment strategy. Sadly, only Realm and Go-Go can equip it. Cyan is a real mustache instead. There is a glitch that lets you skip this boss, but I don't do it in Glitchless. Same for Poltergeist later on. It's a palette swap of number 128, one of the bosses from the Magitech factory. Jeez, this has been a really sick tower as far as, well, for the most part, as far as encounters. This is a softie, though. Give me some bum rush input practice, too. Landworms are inescapable. Nice. Let your sacred power be with the crystal. I like Mog's serious face there. Oh, fixed ice is not a troll item. It's legit useful if you know what you're doing. Trying to turn Go-Go into the Hulk. Fixed dice aren't terribly useful in my route, just because one of the main ingredients to it is Setzer's level, which is only 19 at this point, but I just got it as just basically kind of a backup plan for Doom if things go badly. Ideally I can kill Guardian before he goes into Ultros mode. Not the biggest deal if he does though, it just slows it down a bit. Should be the kill here. Or not. Float! Which I don't actually need. Time to upgrade our boss music. Yeah, if I wanted a chance for him to get stopped, I could actually put like wall rings on and hope that he stops himself on the first turn, but it's really not necessary. Downside to having Reflect too is that he heals himself with his Fire 3 counters, which he didn't really do a whole lot of. In fact, I don't think he did it at all. That was a really good Poltergeist fight. Because he can kill Sabin on the first turn with either single targeted shrapnel or stopping him. But if that happens, it's really not worth trying to get him back up. I just have Celis solo him with the Ice 3. No, not a 528, not at all, but, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not familiar enough with this route to, really have a strong sense of what pace I'm on yet. Oh, I just realized I forgot something though. I forgot to get a, white cape, which may or may not be an issue for, the final battle. We shall see, though. It's really rare for me to not get the white cape steal from Ultros, but it's something I should have better contingency plans for. I mean, I just need to buy it, but I never had it in my notes anywhere to do so if I didn't have it. Hey, Dark GDL. Not Phoenix down, poor lad. Doom is a super high counterattack rate. He's probably the only like important enemy in the game that has a 2/3 counterattack rate instead of 1/3. Oh, thank you, Bob PHR. This doesn't give me pearl. Okay, ice. Ice is nice. Something I do want to work on next time I run this more seriously is a way to force counter cancel on this boss so that I can have a pretty high chance of skipping force field. It won't be perfect because he does actually have to counterattack for it to work, but it cuts the odds of failure down from 1 out of 8 to 1 out of 24. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if he gets Pearl immunity, I have to reset because then he no longer has a weakness at all. And just having some kind of other way to do enough damage to kill him at that point would just be too slow to set up. So it's just kind of a calculated risk in my route of Doom getting Pearl immunity. Maker, go forth and give me Pearl weakness. It's 1 out of 8 odds for each element. Actually kind of rare for Edgar to actually get hit because his magic evasion is super high. Let's get every element and have Pearl be last. Yeah, I think I am gonna get all 8 weaknesses on Goddess. I play newer games, I just pretty much exclusively stream retro RPGs. Oh yeah, and Edgar did a little less damage with that because he died on the IAF a lot and didn't get the Esper bonus from Zone Seek. You should normally do over 7,000. I think this should still be enough to kill her. Now she's definitely dead. So yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's something else I'll need to keep in mind in future runs is if Edgar doesn't hit level 15 in the IAF, that I'll need to, I guess, figure something else out for. Maybe he has to fight a battle or something on during the grinding segment. No, I've been playing this for the past couple hours, so I have not seen the moon lately. So I'm a little more than a little nervous about how this is going to go, given that Celis isn't going to have perfect magic evasion because I didn't get a white cape. I suppose I probably could have picked up the Zephyr cape and the Zone Eater, but that doesn't give mute immunity. So wait, what? Nah, I don't think I was supposed to take off at 7's equipment there. Okay, Earring's Hero Ring. Sold the Silk Robe, but whatever. Yeah, well, it's not by choice. It's because I failed to steal the white cape from Ultros, and then I forgot to buy a replacement. So yeah, I could die on this a little less, but well, hopefully I won't. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you want to be able to block magic, so the fact that that magic evade is glitched and blocks physical attacks too is not something you can choose not to use, so might as well take advantage of it then. It comes back to why I started this run. I mean, the point of arbitrary categories for speedrunning in my book is just to have fun running the game in different ways. I mean, if somebody really wanted to do a kind of a true glitchless run, it would have to be on GBA because that fixes the evade bug. I'm not really too interested in listening to the GBA version music for 6 hours. Oh, hey, PJ. Yeah, I mean, it just amazes me that this game doesn't have more, like, soft lock bugs and stuff, just given how much of a glitchy mess it is. That someone can casually play through this game and never have any idea that it's really that broken. Well, this takes about 10 minutes, so if I don't die, should we have a sub 550? Yeah, Mr. MV has found some interesting ways to crash this game, as has Faflo23. Enjoy the music. I need to kill the face next because it might, it will use Quake as a final attack if it's the last to die. Oh, and I lied what I said about Doom being the only important boss to have 2/3 counterattack rate. This part of the final battle does too. I really don't want him to be able to kill someone with the final hit. So I'm just gonna have Celis do it now. Yeah, the same guy did the soundtrack for FF7, so it's you can't really call it stealing. ASAP. Oh, it's Edgar that has mute. It almost looked like I just blocked life 3. That was actually just a regular attack. Hey, Final Fantasy Dead, welcome to the end. Still alive. If I was more practiced, I'd have a better feel for how much HP the different parts have left. And I'd just do more bum rushes. I don't want to end this tier with anybody dead, because I wanted to keep all these characters for tier 3. I didn't even do a final attack. That's kind of rare. Well, it should be 0 out of 10, but because I don't have a white cape, Celis doesn't have perfect evasion. It's more like 90%. So this is where it could actually end if Celis dies in tier 3. I might still be able to beat Kefka just with Sabin and Gogo, but we'll see. I'll give it a shot. I won't just instantly reset if Celis dies to Falmness. No Murton. Bum Rush is based on magic. And I'm taking advantage of the fact that if you mimic a blitz, it keeps the same target. That's unblockable, so I can't blame that one on the no white cape. Okay, so I do need to wait for Celis to die and revive her before doing my final attack round. That's right, it's only Edgar that can actually get hurt by Burton in my route. I mean, Celis' evasion is so high, there isn't really much I can do to make her die faster. Okay. Alright. Oh wait. Oh, he had HP drain, I guess. That's yeah, this is kind of a flaw in this strategy, is that there's a lot he can do that can slow it down. I should still be okay if that's Edgar. So, no, I've never done any kind of challenge run of this game. It's not a speed run. That Edgar dies. I will care if Celis dies, though, which is not likely, but it could happen. In fact, oh, dang it, he did the one bad thing, too, because now Celis is muted and can't, that's another thing reason why the white cape is important. This might kill me. Dang it, it might be over now too. Because once he's below 10,000 HP, he just spams Meteor. I didn't get the steal, and then I forgot to buy another one. I think all I can really do is try to revive character. Well, I guess. Well, I'll just go for it, and if I die, I'll have to start over. That was the only thing he could have done that could have threw it off too at that point, was use Train, because that does mute and blind, and it's normally Celis has a white cape and is immune to mute. Oh, you know what? Ah, I'm an idiot. Actually, you know what? I could have just put a ribbon on her instead of the white cape, since she had an extra slot. I was just, I wasn't thinking. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to kill Kefka, but I'll give it my best. I should have just threw the ribbon onto Celis, and then I would have been fine, at least for status protection. I got that and I sold it for money that I needed earlier in the run. Yeah, there's pretty much literally nothing I can do to him other than Ice 3, just because Go-Go's dead and had my Thunder Shield. Yeah, if I can pull this off, it'll be pretty amazing. Having those 2 extra Pearl Rods should help, though. He's not immune to Holy, but I want to save my Pearl Rods for when he goes into his Goner phase. Oh, I actually hit her. If he does it, it's not going to kill me just because it doesn't ignore magic defense, so as long as Celis has high HP, she'll be fine. That's a problem, though. I last elixir too. I have to use this to survive Goner. Okay, if this doesn't kill him, well, I've got one more shot to kill him before he can randomly counterattack with Ultima, and that will kill me if he does it. Alright, go Celis! You can do it! I believe in you! Yes! Dude, it happened. believe I did that. Oh. Oh wow, a huge explosion too. Oh, I'll highlight the whole special. I always highlight my viewer specials. And I barely cut 550 too. I think my practice run was like a 556 or something like that. Probably could have been closer to 545 if I had a better final battle, but man, what a way to end it. And all because I forgot to equip the ribbon and get a right cape too. Because I would have been fine. I would have just killed tier 3 the way I was planning to if Celis had mute immunity. Alright, controller down. Of course, we're watching the ending to this game because the music's great, and I always do after after finishing a run of an RPG. But man, what a weekend! None of these runs, except for Illusion of Gaia, were particularly good. But I had some fun doing stream all weekend. Hope you all had some fun with me. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, you know what? I've got some extra cash. I might as well just buy an extra pearl rod. Although, well, you know, oh, and you know, yeah, and it actually did matter because Celis got muted and I was out of remedies, so if I didn't have that pearl rod, I would have been completely screwed because I didn't have any way to cure mute. That was even more clutch, actually, than the end of my last kind of special run of this category, which was at Chicago-thon last year. Because in that, I got condemned on tier 3, and I killed it. Or Celis got condemned, and then I barely killed him with like right as the counter hit 0, and either I don't know. I still don't know if the instant that tier 3 dies, you move on, or if I just narrowly clipped it as far as dodging the Celis actually dying from condemned, but that was pretty darn close. But yes, if you're new to my stream, please follow if you aren't already. Check out my chat mods channels as well; they're all excellent speedrunners too. The main game I'm working on right now is Final Fantasy IV, and to a lesser extent Chrono Trigger. But old school RPG speedruns are what you mostly find here, with the occasional Donkey Kong and casual play. Yeah, now imagine if I was trying to salvage a run like that if I had actually been playing for 22.5 hours straight. Well, yeah, if you include endings, this would have been... I've definitely streamed over 24 hours. I mean, the only ending that I actually skipped was Illusion of Gaia. Well, and I guess I didn't play the full credits for DKC 2, but everything else got full ending. I don't really have kind of a permanent main game. I change every few months or so just to keep it fresh. Oh, I've toyed with the idea of running Mario RPG at some point, at least casually, but it's not on my short list right now. Mostly just because it's such a hard run. At least to do with the optimal route, with the super jumps, and all the enemy dodging and stuff. I mean, I know there's a no super jump route, but I don't think anybody cares about it. If I ever wanted to just kind of casually run the game for fun, I'd probably do that, at least to start out. Because I think it's only maybe like half an hour slower than the any percent route. Alright, later, Wild Fang, thanks for watching. If I was going to run a mana game, it would either be Secret of Mana or Seiken Densetsu 3. Probably more likely Secret of Mana, just because of being a lot shorter. Oh, countdown. I know. That was not. I mean, that wasn't a very good final battle as far as like time and stuff. But I'm kind of glad that it ended that way, just for hype factor for the end of the weekend. But yeah, this is the end of my special. So I guess thanks for watching the stream this weekend. Thanks for watching the stream like ever, whenever you have anybody watching. Spend as much time as I do doing RPG speedruns if I didn't have cool people to chat with while doing so. Oh, I said if I was going to learn a mana game, the two that would interest me would be Secret of Mana and SD3, and it would probably more likely be at Secret of Mana just because of being a lot shorter. And more people in my audience caring about it too, just because as much as I love SD3, it has the kind of strike against it of not having been released outside of Japan, so it's not quite as well known or liked as Secret of Mana. Ooh, as in the one true category because of having Zombie Subway. The most hype part of Secret of Mana, Glitchless. Yeah, I'll highlight all the runs from this weekend. I mean, none of them were really all that good as far as times, but hopefully people enjoyed the commentary. Well, never say never. I mean, the Secret of Evermore run is a bit, I don't know, it's a bit off-putting to me just because of how brutally random it is. But I always say never say never when it comes to RPG speedruns that are not Xenogears. Yeah, I mean, I would have taken anything under 6 hours, although under 550 is even better. There's just lots of stuff here and there that I just need to optimize a little better before really trying to beat my PB at this category. If I was gonna run a Breath of Fire game, it would probably be Dragon Quarter. There's people that run. I think BOF3 is probably the most popular Breath of Fire game for speedrunning. Like, Abda Jr. has run it on occasion. I think Neo/72 has run it the most, and he has the record for it. Oh, Dragon Quest 1, the remakes of it are kind of a decently cool run. Gyre's runs of it, the Game Boy version that he used to do, were so much fun to watch, just because of how he played. Yeah, Dragon Quarter was the one that had the D counter, which is kind of a time limit for beating the game. Yeah, Spike Vegeta is your guy to go to for Chrono Cross right now. Montreal Scorpio. I'm just trying to see if I can line up a raid target here. Oh, thank you, Irisfeller. Yeah, FF4DS died the second that the PC version came out. Even Mystican, who was the only person that ran FF4DS in English, switched to PC. Yeah, because it wasn't the route for CPU to basically just save and let him kill you until you get the unlikely pattern that lets you get past. And all the people I've found so far that are speedrunning are like almost done. Yes, Mystic Quest is the true king of speed games, that's for sure. And Andy knows where it's at. I'm still disappointed that that he named it Magus Gasm instead of Magus Floor 6, given that I'm sure he probably just got that picture of himself by screenshotting one of his stream recordings after he got Floor 6. Yes, classic blue, baby blue. Of course you got a mode 7. It's the most superior of modes. Yeah, yes. That's tragic that there's no minecart. Ted Woolsey! As much crap as he gets, I think he did okay with the resources he had. I think my understanding is that I don't even know if he even played it was given time to play the game in Japanese before being handed like a text dump of the Japanese ROM and told to translate it. And after doing a playthrough of a ROM hack of this game that, or I shouldn't call it, I mean, it's a fan translation of the Japanese version. It's all literal. It's not a whole lot really got lost in translation. I think I would venture to say that this game's translation's better than Final Fantasy VII's, because that has some stuff that just plain doesn't make sense because of how poor the translation is. Well, you'd think it will, the unoriginal name, but you never know. Not so insta baby. Insta carpentry. Yeah, we're past the part of the ending where the game would soft lock if you were doing the sketch glitch route, because if you wrong warp to the world of ruin using the sketch glitch, and yeah, the game gets stuck on one of the scenes in I think it's Kolingen, because that scene is used for part of the end of the world cutscenes, and the game doesn't really know what to do. The end. Alright, let me resume looking for a raid target. Yes, we did it. We got past the ending soft lock. Alright, well, I guess we'll raid PX, who's doing lightning return speedruns. And let's see, for raid message, I guess we can do excuse me, do you have a white cape I can borrow? Alright, so go forth and raid PX, who's doing lightning returns. Thanks again so much for watching the special and watching my streams, period, whenever or however often you do. And well, as far as when I'll stream next, probably back to FF4 attempts sometime in the next few days. If I'm not feeling too fried after this, but we shall see. And then next weekend I'm going to be out of town, so sadly no streams next weekend, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so I'm going to play some ads and then host PX, so everybody have a good evening or morning, and hope to see you again next time. Take care. RPG dead one more time.